Hello everyone. So today we are going to work on this dynamic fireplace. So this fireplace will fade in and turn on. So you can see smoothly fireplace starts along with the particle and the change in the material of the firewood. And I have, just to demonstrate, I have made it turn off or extinguish in about 40 seconds. So let's wait a little. So by the way, I'm going to connect with these other mechanisms in the games. For example, I'm thinking of implementing this to automatically start the fire in the night and extinguish by the morning. Now you can see it turned off and still we get some smoke and the emission is completely gone. Then the smoke will also vanish in a while. See, like that. Okay, so as I said, either it should automatically start and extinguish by the morning, or maybe some NPCA character or maybe the player can come to the fireplace and start it and extinguish it in the morning. So something like that. So first let's see how to get this dynamic starting and the extinguishing part of the fireplace today. Okay, so this is the fireplace model I have downloaded. This is a free model I found in free3d.com, and when I press it, it looks like this. So as I have already implemented this time of day system, when it becomes night, I need to automatically turn on this fire pit, and when it is the daytime, I need it to automatically turn off. By turn off I mean no fire, maybe just some smoke. So in the night we should have the fire automatically fired up. So yeah, so I already have got two textures with this texture, base texture and the normal. So this is the material, but the textures are not applied automatically, so it just have the color. Okay, so let's drag and drop these two textures and start creating our material. This should go to the base, this should go to the normal, and I'll promote roughness to parameter, and it's something like 0.8. Similarly specular 0.1. That should be good enough. Now this is how the fireplace looks. So it's fire is extinguished and it's decayed. So in order to show this as an active fire and then eventually extinguish, we need to have a way to control the emission of this fire. So this doesn't look like an active fire at the moment, so now let's work on that. So I already have this fireplace texture, not the normal, the other one. So let me import this into Photoshop and let me make a duplicate just in case. Then we can, let's go to adjustments, user duration, let's colorize this. What I need is some reddish look to get the ember like color. This should be good enough. Also I'll increase the contrast as well. Right, now I'll save this as fireplace emission. we can import the PST type. Oh, I forgot one thing. So we need to we don't need fire color everywhere. We only need in some places of the wood. So therefore we can, let's see, let me select this firewood part and copy that into another layer, and I'll do the same thing for this firewood part as well. Copy to another layer. Now we only have these firewood parts, so let me add a gradient mask here for both. Add a mask, go to gradient tool and select this one and reverse it. So now if I draw it like this, no, it has to be straight. If I enable the base layer, we can see it. Can get a good understanding. Yeah, this should be good enough. I'll do the same thing for this part as well. No. Right, should be fine. Now I'll disable the other layers and save again and import to the engine. Now this is the burning part, so we can get this into our text material, and if I directly connect this into emission, we get a white color as well, which is something I don't need. So we can add a multiplier here and multiply with the alpha value. Now you see we do get some, starting to get some fire-like effect, but we see some whiteness which is not needed. So what if I add power? So yeah, that's okay. See, also if I increase this power, it should become more contrast. But it looks bad. Wait, and let's try adding another multiplier, something like 20. Now this looks good. See, so I'll promote this to a parameter. I'll call it emission. So if I leave emission 0, it's like a decayed or burnt out fireplace, and if I make it like 50, it's active. Right, now let me change the time of day to night, or perhaps closer to evening. Yeah, see, looks good. In the night it should be more clear. Yeah, now what we need is some sound effect and fire particle. Actually the starter content we already have this fire. So if I just drop it here, I'll turn it upward. This already looks good enough for me. Also, we can add a light too, but before adding a light, let's convert this into a blueprint, because let me select these parts, fireplace and the mesh, convert selection to blueprint class. I'll choose the type actor and to harvest component, replace the selected actors. Wait, I'm not sure. I think this one should be the option. Okay, and I'll say this under BP. BP Campfire. Right. Okay, this looks correct. This is a static mesh, this is a particle effect. Now this is converted to a campfire. So now we can implement dynamics. So here I'll add a custom event on and call in editor. Similarly, another custom event off. This also needs to be able to call in editor. Then we get a button here. See, off and on. So we can test it easily. So when I turn it on, fireplace, I'll call this SM fireplace because static mesh. P fire because particle. So when it is turned on, this should not be auto activated. So I'll disable auto activate, and when I call it turn on, I should activate it. And also set scalar parameter on material emission. That's the material name we used here. When I turn it on, I'll set emission to 50. Similarly, when I want to turn it off, let me duplicate. I'll deactivate the file and set emission to 0. We can smoothly change these values, but for now let's just test. Turning on and off, and by default I'll set the emission to 0. Okay. Now if I press on, you see it turns on. If I press off, it turns off. Nice. Now let's try to smooth out things a little bit. So how? Here I can activate the, oh no, Let me break this. Put it aside. Let's add a timeline. Fade in. And in the update, let's go to the timeline. Let's add float track. Length is 5 seconds, should be enough. I'll add a key at time 0, value 0. At time 5, value should be not 5, 1. So time 5, value should be 1. Compile. Now here, let's give it a name. Intensity, fire intensity. Okay, now here I'll multiply the fire intensity with 50 and connect to emission. So this should, let's see, if I off, it's like this. If I turn it on, nothing seems to happen. Wait. Yeah, that should be because we are in editor, not in play mode. We can test it. Let me play the game. Select the campfire and on. Yeah, see, it's working. Off is not smooth, on is smooth. Okay, cool. Now hold on a second. Yeah, changing from 0 to 1. If I add a key like this, we can smooth out things a little bit. Not much. Let's see. Select the campfire on. Yeah, that's better. Okay, and after 5 seconds, or maybe in the middle too. Now let's see after 5 seconds. Once it is finished, let's activate the fire. And also here, can I duplicate this? Yeah, I'll rename this fade out. So this is the duplicated one. I'll call reverse from end, and I'll do that here. I can first turn off the fire, it's not a problem here. So deactivate and then reverse from end. In the update, we can do the same thing. Fire intensity multiplied by 50, connect to the value. Right, now let's see. On. Nice. And off. Also nice. See? It's smooth. fire comes somewhat abruptly, but that seems fine actually. One more thing. Let's add just a smoke as well. So for that, let's go to this fire and we already have a smoke. Yeah, this should work. Let me drag and drop this smoke into the campfire. This also should. Does it have a direction? Yeah, it does. So I'll add this too. So this also should not be auto activate, so leave it deactivated. Then when we turn off, we can do something like this. We can turn on the smoke. And then after a while we can turn it off. Oh, I used the P fire here. I should use P smoke. After it's finished, let's have a delay of, let's say, 10 seconds. And then deactivate. So this is more detailed. Now test. Campfire on. Right. And off. Now it does get some smoke for about 10 seconds, no, 15 seconds total together with the timeline. And in a while it turns off like that. Oh, the time of day system is active. So yeah, now for testing, in the begin play, let's have a delay of 10 seconds and on. Let's call on and wait. This is only for testing. This is not the way it should work in the game. Let's wait. How long? 40 seconds. Off. So let's see the final demonstration. Okay. Turns on. Oh, we forgot to add a light. Let's do that too. Let's add a light. Well, point lights are expensive, but I don't see any other option for this case. So like this, and radius, this much. The color should be somewhat closer to the fire. Okay, this looks good, and this intensity is 5000. We need to fade in and fade out that too. So how should we do that? Yeah, let's do that along with the emission intensity setting. Get the point light, set intensity, so here, since we have 5000, I'll multiply this with 5000. And we need to do the same. Let's move these apart. Right. Okay. Now, as I said, by default this should be 0. Well, actually, to save performance, we can make it invisible too, and 0. So when we want to turn it on, we can get the point light, set visibility to true from the start, and here, as we once we fade out the light fully, we can do the same thing, but turn off the visibility. Alright, now let's see. Wait, let me reduce the time of play speed so that we don't have to worry about that. Alright, it's firing up. And we could shadow from the fire as well. In 40 seconds it should turn off. Right, see, the light fades out and the smoke is there, that should also fade out in a while. Right, all gone. Okay, so that's it for today. So in upcoming episodes I will connect with this perhaps time of day system. I will make it automatically turn on in the morning and turn off in the automatically turn on in the night, turn off in the morning, or I will implement a way to make the AI characters should go to the fireplace and start the fire, and then in the morning they should put it off or something. Let's think about that later, and I will look into those things in upcoming episodes. And thanks for watching. As always, project files will be available for the download in the Patreon page. Link would be in the description below. And if you would like to support my work, you can get the membership of the Patreon club. See you in another episode. Goodbye.